Started.
And have you started the recording?
I sure have.
I do not see any background though. Hmm.
Can I? Is there a way to share my screen? Oh, I can. There you go.
I love it.
Alright, I'm glad you approve. It took me all of 2 minutes to find.
All right. So today's topic of discussion
Mm-hmm.
is whether, and let's clarify that you and I both cannot and will not provide any investment advices, right?
Yes. That's good. Yeah, make sure to add that disclaimer to the the
Yep.
beginning of all our videos.
I do want to say that it is not appropriate for us to provide investment advice. I recommend that people do their own research
Yep.
and consult with a financial advisor or professional before making any investment decisions.
Yep. We're probably the last people you'd want to listen to for this kind of advice. So so yeah.
Well, not the last, second last, maybe.
I mean, more for fun, little thought provoking insights, hopefully. But yeah, definitely not advice.
So, what's the topic of discussion? Is Activision
Hmm.
a good stock to buy?
That's the question for today. So, I mean, you messaged me this morning. You hit me right with it. You're like, I'm gonna be buying Activision stock the next time I have a liquid, and I'm like, damn, all right. I honestly didn't know a lot about the stock, but you kind of filled me in. So Microsoft has agreed to buy Activision. Happened like beginning of this year, which I didn't even know. And it seems like the deal's still on. The FTC is like trying to fuck with it a little bit, but that's all that's happened so far.
Yeah, and just looking at Google
Hmm.
and seeing what the latest news is, it says Microsoft would own Activision, Blizzard Entertainment, and King under the Xbox Game Studios brand,
Mm-hmm.
which would expect to be closed by spring of 2023, pending regulatory and shareholder approval.
Mm-hmm. And spring of 2023 is coming up quick. That's like
Yeah,
quarter
it's
one
not too.
next year.
What are the accusations against on Microsoft for this? That they're trying to limit the competition or something like that? What is it?
Yeah, I think that's basically the argument. Because if they own Activision, then they own Call of Duty, and they own a bunch of other big franchises like I guess the Elder Scrolls as well. And then if they own those, then will they like not support them on PlayStation? That's one of the questions. But of course, they've promised not to fuck with any of that. They promised to continue doing things as they are. So then it's up
I
to
mean,
them to argue it in
yeah,
court.
I guess they can block it, but that would be a pretty bad move. Like people will know, and that's gonna affect. Like that's gonna make a lot of people sad.
Yeah, I would think like it's definitely not in their best interest to do that, um, which makes sense because they've already claimed that they're not going to do it. Um, so yeah, it's just I guess up to proving that. Um, I don't know how they're gonna like convince the FTC that they're not gonna do this kind of stuff, but
Have they done it in the past?
they bought a lot of small companies and then made things like Xbox exclusives. So I guess there's some prior history for this. I'm trying to think
But
of
I
any big
think
ones.
they can do that for the future development. I can see them doing it for the future games, make a game and be like, "This is Xbox exclusive."
Mm-hmm.
They can probably not do it for the games that are already there, like Call of Duty, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess yeah. Like even if they promise to keep things cross-platform and I don't know, not mess with their competition, then who's to say like over time things won't change? Because once they have the company under their belt, yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Plus, the other thing is, I don't get why. I mean, I get that it is bad for Sony and all the other gaming industries out there if Microsoft owns all of these games.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, how does it affect FTC again? Like, why do they care? I think I mean, it's definitely a douchey move, but it's well with the rules of this capitalist game.
This capitalist game, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the FTC. I mean, I was just reading some articles about it because you had mentioned it this morning, and it seems like the FTC is just like a little more trigger happy. They're willing to do more suits against companies they think are, I guess, skirting their rules. So the question of like whether the FTC even has a case in this instance. I mean, like Activision and Microsoft don't compete with each other, so it's not like they're creating a monopoly. But Activision is a huge gaming company, so yeah, I guess the FTC is just trying to make sure that Microsoft doesn't get too big, especially yeah, if they were to acquire Activision, they'd be like a huge portion of the gaming market in terms of what games are coming out.
And it makes sense because gaming market is gonna just keep going up.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way right now. Yeah.
It looks like it says Microsoft promised the European Commission antitrust officials that the company wouldn't have an incentive to stop people from playing ZeniMax games on consoles other than Xbox, but after the European Commission permitted the deal to proceed, Microsoft announced that it was making ZeniMax games such as Elder Scrolls 6, Redfall, and Starfield into exclusives. So they've already done it in the past.
Mm-hmm.
That does look like bad shit.
That's probably a big part of the reason why the FTC is trying to do this, which I think is probably good. But I mean, so what's the reason? Like, tell me more about your rationale. Why do you want to buy Activision all of a sudden?
I feel like this. I feel like this deal's gonna happen because in the
Mm.
end, Microsoft wants to buy, and if Activision wants to sell, then to me it looks like a fair trade. I get it. It's gonna upset a lot of people if they do some shit with it. They'll probably do a lot of shit with it, given that it's a lot of money. They got Call of Duty, they got Overwatch as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And do they not have the World Warcraft as well?
Yeah, they would basically. I mean, Activision-Blizzard, so everything that is under that tent. So yeah, World of Warcraft, Overwatch, uh, Diablo, and then of course
Yeah.
like Call of Duty and the other big boys.
So yeah, and I see this article on Microsoft page
Mm-hmm.
saying Microsoft to acquire Activision Blizzard to bring the joy and community of gaming to everyone across every.
Oh, that's so sweet.
They sure. The advisors Goldman Sachs and Co. LLC is serving as financial advisor to Microsoft and Simpson and a lot of names serving as a legal counsel.
Mm-hmm.
Allen and Company LLC is acting as financial advisor to Activision Blizzard is serving as their legal counsel. So it looks like they both have strong people supporting this deal. I mean, Goldman Sachs, Allen and Company, I've heard about both. I mean, everyone has heard about both. So I feel like this is a done deal.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess their only challenge to this is going to be the FTC, and that is purely based on whether the FTC can make enough of a case
Like,
to win. Yeah.
what, like who sits on FTC? Like, who's making this? I want to know who's representing FTC over here.
Oh man, it's some lady right now. I think Lila. Let me check. FTC head. Lena M. Khan, and she has like come out and said that she wants to be more aggressive, even if they're going to lose their suits against companies. She still wants the FTC to try, which is kind of an interesting tactic. It's like, you know, even if you lose these suits, which is like publicly not a good thing, I guess you're like keeping companies on their toes a little bit more.
Yeah, it looks like she just wants to. Keeps doing that. I'm sure a lot of people are going to back out as well because it's a lot of unnecessary publicity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there are legal fees involved. I'm sure Microsoft doesn't care about it, but other companies might.
Yep. Yeah, it's true. They're going against Meta right now, which is kind of wild. They're pursuing Meta for Meta's trying to acquire this, I think, like VR startup company, and for some reason that's. Oh yeah.
They have been after Meta for way too long, dude.
Yeah, I mean, Meta kind of deserves it, and even I mean, Microsoft is like the definition of big tech, so them acquiring anything is like a big deal. Yeah.
but they've not done anything yet to Meta.
Yeah, yeah. I think they're just in the courts right now.
So,
Hmm.
yeah, I want to see politicians. This is my to go. This is how I buy stocks, which I'm not. But politicians who recently bought Activision stocks.
Hmm. This is some big thinking. You
This
gotta
is
say.
like biggest thinking I've ever done. All right, all right. I'm seeing something.
Yeah.
Who is this? Why do these people have such difficult names?
What kind of name?
Taylor
Taylor?
sold up to $15,000 worth of Activision-Blizzard stock on the day Microsoft announced plans to buy the video game company, which makes sense because the stock went up basically to $105,
Yeah, it shot up big time after that announcement.
which was already bigger than the deal it signed up for, like $95 per stock. So, I mean, big profit. I would sell it too.
Yeah. I mean, if you had it before that, I mean, I'm sure the day of the announcement it just shot up immediately, but
It is funny. It says Green reported at least $200 in capital gains.
hmm.
To tell $200 is all,
Yeah, that's not too bad.
dude. That's horrible. What do you mean? Only two? Wait, per stock?
Per stock?
No, it's 200 total. That's pretty, dude. Why would you like? That's like only $200.
Yeah, that's very low. That means you only, I don't even know, you'd have to do the percentage, but
Okay, I'm only seeing. Okay. Here's a big name.
oh yeah.
Warren Buffett says Berkshire owns Berkshire or
Berkshire.
Berkshire owns 9.5% of Activision Blizzard shares in merger arbitrage bet.
Holy shit. That's
9.5%, that's a lot.
that's a lot of the company. So wait, when did he buy that? Did he have it before the announcement?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Um, Apparently, he's been increasing it continuously, and at the moment, as of April 2022, so like few months ago, he owned 9.5%. I would like to know, like, let's see how much he owns right now.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Portfolio. Of course, I'm gonna see Apple at the top probably. Yep. Bank of America right underneath.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Two most blue chip stocks of all time. Yep.
All right, I see ATVI. There it is. There it is. It's not too low. It's actually in 336. It's in top 10.
All right. Yeah, I
And
mean,
it's
if he owns 9.5%, that's damn. That's a big chunk of
it
the company.
1.5% of his total portfolio. He owns 60.14 million shares.
Wow.
Value 4.47 billion. And honestly, it's the only stock. Oh no, there are a couple more. It's like a negative 12%. So I'm sure he bought. So he bought it at $73.
Okay. Yeah. That's
So
definitely before the announcement, I think.
it's not too bad. It's like $73.
Yeah. And now, I mean, you were saying like the potential sale price if Microsoft buys it is 95. Is that right?
No potential, guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Because that's
So
what they've agreed to pay.
60.14 million stocks into 95. Dude, they're gonna make a lot of money if they actually are able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
The current value is 4.47 billion, so clearly they're gonna make a good amount of money.
Yeah. Man. Mr.
But again,
Yeah.
if he loses this 4.47 billion, I don't think he's gonna die.
Yeah. He'll probably
But
be totally fine.
it is the 1.5% of his total shares.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's making a big bet on them, and that's
Bro,
reassuring. Oh yeah.
I'm saying this for the first time. He owns Apple, which is 41.76% of his portfolio.
Holy shit. Yeah.
That's like 894.8 million shares. He bought them at an average price of $36.94.
It's amazing. It's most people's wet dream.
Dude, this is dream come true, dude. It'll be crazy if I had that.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, like, he wouldn't have that big a position if he didn't think there was still some major potential upside. Even though Apple
Fact,
is the biggest fucking company of all time, so.
if, given like if I had it's like what 120. The value is $123 billion,
Hmm.
dude. He bought it at 36.94. The stock has gone all the way to 170 in the middle, and he didn't sell it.
Yeah,
That just goes to show that this guy still believes in the company.
he's riding it out, and I mean they're returning year by year. Apple is one of those companies that has not been phased by any of the recent news and just keeps on trucking, keeps on
But
selling phones.
the day he decides to sell, it's gonna bring the whole price down.
He'll probably do like, I don't know, maybe he's already doing this, but he'll do just like steady sells over time or something like that, or just keep it and his company owns it forever or something.
Then there's Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is the fourth option. Anyway, I don't want to get distracted.
Hmm.
Activision still looks like there's a big name over here.
Yeah.
I still haven't found any politician though. I want to find the name.
Well, I mean, Warren Buffett's already a big name, but yeah, I mean, I guess the more the merrier. It'd be reassuring to have even more people's names up there.
I'm sure I can just Google this thing.
Hmm. There's got to be a way to track that kind of info down.
Is there a way to find who owns most of Activision stock?
Uh, I guess I'm not aware of it, but I'm sure they have some kind of accounting on this.
Let's see if I just Google it. Who owns? All right. So the major stockholder is Warren Buffett,
Mm-hmm.
7.69%.
Okay. Oh, wasn't it like 9.5? Maybe it's changed.
Maybe it's changed.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just like a bunch of different websites having different numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like the largest holders. So yeah, largest holder is Berkshire Hathaway. The second one is Vanguard Group.
Okay. Yep.
Not below, like only few percent. Like it's 7.69 and 7.42.
I got you.
Another big name, BlackRock.
Oh, yep. Vanguard and BlackRock. All right. Makes
4.
sense they'd be up there.
Another big name, Fidelity.
So the big players.
I mean, I'm impressed.
Yeah. And then I guess the rest is just kind of like smaller investors or smaller companies.
Yeah, there's like Capital Research and Management too, which is 2.91%, pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, dude. It looks like there are some big names here.
Yeah, dude. So you still think you're going to do it? You're feeling good?
I'm feeling good, but it's like, it's not something that I would do on a usual day. If I just look at the stock itself, just see what the stock's value should be.
Okay.
It is at $76. Its P to E ratio is 35.74, which is not ideal. It's pretty high.
A little too high, you mean?
Yeah, I usually like to keep it between 20 and 30.
Okay. Uh-huh.
They do give dividends, which is good. 0.62.
My dividend man.
I wasn't expecting that. What else can I see here? I didn't know CNN had their own thing. Pretty cool.
Oh yeah, they got like a stock analysis tool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see financials. The revenue.
Mm-hmm.
The trend of revenue. The total revenue has been growing every year since 2014.
Yeah, I mean they keep putting out. People keep buying COD. It's still the biggest gaming franchise of all time, and I'm pretty sure like top seller every year.
The income keeps going up. Every year the income has gone up. 3.1 billion, 4.2, 4.5, 5 billion. It looks like a steady growth. It does look like I only have data from 2015 to 2018, which is pretty weird. Where is the latest one? Yeah, where's the latest one?
Maybe CNN only goes so far.
Yeah, I'm seeing it's giving like old news. What is it?
Huh. Well, I mean, I'd assume like, yeah, that revenue trend probably held or even got better because pandemic people bought a lot of games. I'm guessing.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
Do you? What do you think? Do you think you'll buy it?
Uh, I mean, I'm definitely interested now that you told me about it. I wasn't aware, or I guess I'd forgotten that Microsoft was going to buy them. So that does put kind of a new dimension on it. They did have a bunch of scandals last year, though. They had kind of related to Me Too. I think they had some like office workplace harassment issues, and then Bobby Kotick, who was like the original CEO, he left, and there was a little bit of like questions around why he left and whether he was leading the company well. So I guess like that's not helping, but at the same time, it's not like anything's really going wrong at Activision right now.
It doesn't look like anything's gone down in terms of like the games they produced.
Yeah, I mean they're still turning them out, giving the people what they
Uh,
want.
it's a strong buy as per this website called Tip Ranks.
Okay.
It says strong buy out of 13 analysts. 11 say buy, 2 say hold, 0 say sell. The forecast value is $100.
Wow. Okay.
Average price target is 92.5. The high forecast is 100 and the low forecast is 81.
Yeah. I mean, seems like they're bullish at least on there. Be curious to hear what like Morningstar and stuff like that says. But I don't have an account with them anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
Eh. Just gotta comb through all the free websites, see what they say.
I guess you're right. The free websites are the best ones, dude.
Yeah. Well, dude, this has been
What do you?
a. Oh yeah,
I'm gonna put it out till Friday because that's when I get my salary.
you're gonna buy it
People
on
on
Friday.
the know now that I'm getting my salary that day, and
Mm.
it's not much, but that's when I'm gonna have access to some liquid. So I'm gonna like buy some. When
Mm-hmm.
I say it'll probably be in like $100 range.
How long will you hold for? So you're basically waiting till Microsoft announces that they're gonna buy for sure.
No, I'm probably gonna buy like a couple of stocks,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna put like a sell range. Like the moment it hits $92, $95, I'm gonna.
Oh, I see. Little limit sell.
Yeah, if I sell it at 92, 95, I'm not upset.
Yeah, that'd be a really
Then
good turnaround.
I probably do not care if Microsoft buys it at that point.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah, dude. I think it's good to have a price target in mind before you even get in. That helps a lot. And then, yeah, you set up the limit sell so you don't even have to think about it. Don't even have to worry. And then if Microsoft does buy it, it gets fulfilled right away. Boom.
Yep. The 1 year, last 1 year, uh, pretty good. Activision's gone up by 23%.
Damn. Revenue? Or just
They
stock price?
did not do too well in the Q3, but I guess that's fine.
Hmm. Okay. Oh, you're looking at quarter by quarter?
hmm
Mm-hmm.
It looks like for the revenue, if I look at the gross profit, been 1.28 billion in Q3.
All right.
Revenue growth, they saw. So it's not been too stable. It's been pretty dynamic. 2019 was below.
Hmm.
2020 was way high. 2021 was high. 2020 was way high. Makes sense because probably because of pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot more people inside buying games.
Yeah, the earnings per share has
Hmm.
been going on though since 2018,
Okay. Hmm.
which makes sense. I guess people are realizing the worth of the stock.
Mm-hmm.
Long-term debt is 3.6 billion.
Not too bad, I don't think.
But net cash is 7.74 billion. So that's not bad.
Yeah, they're making way more than they have in debt. Um, yeah, I mean it's a strong company. There's no doubt. They're probably one of the biggest gaming companies out there right now. So just as a company alone, they're well established, and then it's just up to how this deal works out.
I don't know, dude. I think I'm gonna buy it. I
Uh,
don't know if
okay.
I'm gonna buy it. I don't know if the price sticks till Friday. The Friday is what date is it? This Friday I'm talking about.
It is the 22nd, I think.
It is the 23rd.
23rd. Thank you.
23rd of December. If the price sticks at 23rd of December,
Mm-hmm.
you can expect me to buy it.
All right. You got to fill me in next week. Tell me what you did.
Are you gonna buy it though? Our
I,
audience needs to know your opinion.
I don't have a lot of liquid. I just bought some Meta because I think that's undervalued right now. I'm going to ride that out, see how that goes. And,
I agree. Meta is another one too that I want to buy, but I'm kind of like, I'm at the stage where I'm like, dude, Meta looks like the company which will short up, but I don't want to buy like 2 or 3 stocks. I want to buy like good chunk if I'm gonna buy.
I got you. Yeah, you want to go big.
Yeah, and I feel like I can either do it in Activision or I can do it in Meta. Meta for sure is undervalued right now.
Mm-hmm. I think so,
But
too.
I don't know how long it's gonna take for Meta to come back up.
Yeah. It's tough to say. I mean, I think they've just been getting dumpstered on, and then eventually, probably sometime like Q2, Q3 next year, they'll start bouncing back.
And I do expect them to bounce back up mainly because, dude, Mr. Zuck,
Mr. Zuck.
Zuck,
Yeah.
stupid, dude.
No, I mean, he's made some questionable plays, but I do think the metaverse will be a big deal at some point. It's just like
Bad trying to grow that because I feel like it's gonna be a big deal too because I personally feel like Instagram, Facebook, the time's gonna go. Like the time's dying for these things.
mm-hmm. Just kind of like the traditional social media, you mean?
Yeah, like these things are probably dying a little. Like Facebook is not as big as it used to be.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like they've kind of capped out where like they've grown as big as they can
Yeah,
grow with their
yeah, I
audience.
agree. That's
So
what I.
yeah,
And I feel like Metaverse is basically like a great idea. I feel like it's gonna be a big deal if he manages to get it.
yeah. I think the main question is just like in my mind, like it's a matter of time, but then it's like how long is it going to take people to get convinced that this is the next big thing? Because right
Plus,
now, oh yeah,
yeah, I was checking the stock movement, and it looks like Zuck has been buying a lot of his own stocks. So
okay,
that's
yeah,
a
he's doing
positive.
some buyback. That is good. He's trying to consolidate, I think. Yeah, just kind of like get things nice and financially sound again.
Yep. So you don't have any liquid at the moment because you're betting on Meta.
not a
I'm
big bet.
betting on Activision.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, dude, if I lose, do you want to do like 50-50 on my loss?
50-50, how? You mean I cover your loss?
Yes.
You're gonna be hard pressed to find anybody who's gonna take that.
I'm just kidding, dude. But I guess we'll see. Let's see. So Friday I'll hit you up. Tell you if I
Yeah.
bought it.
All right, bro. Yeah, I'll be curious to hear, and then we'll see what happens.
All right. And if anyone who listens to this, and by the time we upload this video and Activision has already gone up, sorry we were late.
We called it, or you called it.
We called it.
Assuming that's a thing.
And I mean, the next time we can talk about the Meta because I feel like that stock got big potential.
Yeah, we kind of snuck that into this convo, but yeah, we can keep that going.
That's probably like credit scene. They know what's coming next.
Oh man, well, I'm sure everybody has heard a lot about Meta at this point, but yeah, we'll give them a discussion.
Yeah. All right, dude. It was nice talking to you.
All right, bro. This episode is done.